this time the data comes to us like this. So I have separate columns for employee ID, employee name, and employee department. And surprise, surprise, I have 3 merged cells here at the top where whoever prepared this for us wrote week 1 there. And I think it makes sense, right? For someone who is just worried about how can I send this information in a way that takes me less work to write it. And it's even easier for whoever is reading this to interpret this is, I don't want to see week 1, week 1, week 1, week 1, 4 or 5 times there. Maybe just if the purpose is just to look at this information, then it's fine. It's perfect. I can perfectly understand the information there. For example, country, the person could have typed country, Canada, just once here at the top, and avoided this column, and it would be okay. But if we need this data for data analysis, then we don't want that, and we want everything laid out in columns. So we need to take care of this. Okay, so this will be kind of a tricky technique, and maybe there are other techniques. I'm going to use this one. So we select all the range that we have with data, okay? And then we will go from here. In this case, we don't have a table, so it's just a range of cells with data. I select all the cells and I go data from table/range, and Excel asks me if my table has headers. And I'll say, no, my table does not have headers. And I'll go, okay. One interesting thing to see, luckily, is that we did not need to unmerge those cells, and Power Query decided that, so we had week 1 was occupying these 3 cells, and as it happens in Excel, when we have merged cells, the information in that set of cells merged will be considered by Excel as belonging to the upper left cell of that range of merged cells. So that's what's happening here. Power Query is assigning the value we had in those merged cells that said week 1 to the first cell in that range. Okay, the next step we are going to do here is to come to transform and choose transpose. Okay, and the purpose to do this transpose is that now I want to repeat the week 1, week 2, week 3 to make it correspond to these other columns that we had before in now our rows, employee ID, employee name, and employee department. And I could not do that, so I cannot fill to the right or fill to the left with columns. I mean, fill to the right of columns, exactly. But if I have one column, I can fill up and fill down. So I can come select this column 1 and go and do there, fill down. You see what happens? Where I had week 1 and then I had null and null, let's go up. I had week 1, null and null, so it's repeating week 1 here and here. And week 2 repeated below as well until it reaches the end of the table or until it reaches a cell with another value. That's what fill down does. Okay, so moving down to that step, that's what we got. Now I want to go back to a similar situation. So week 1 is a value, but I want also these to go back to columns. So what I'm going to do, because I'm very close to have that, is to get these 2 columns and merge them. So I'm going to go here to maybe transform. There's merge columns there too, or transform and merge columns there. Either work. And this means I'm going to combine these 2 columns into just one. I could put separator none. I'm going to choose a space as a separator. And for the name of this column, and it doesn't matter. Let's leave it like that, merged column. Okay. So now I have merged column. And I have store. I only have only one thing here is that I have a space there before, but that's fine. And now let's go and transpose these back. So let's come to transpose there, and we get our data back almost not as it was, because we don't want that. But now we have stores here in the first column, and then we have countries. I need to be aware of that space there. So let's go and do what we need to do now, which is this first row needs to be the titles of our column. Okay, so I can come here and do home and use first rows as headers. Okay, let me check here if I have a space. Yes, I have a space. So let's rename that. We can select these two columns, right click and pivot other columns. Here I'm going to replace values, right click, replace values, and I want to get rid of the word weak space, the word weak space or the string, replace it with nothing. Okay, good. Now I want to split this column as by the limiter, and say that I want to use the space as delimiter, the leftmost occurrence of that delimiter. Okay, so now I have the weak number here, and the attribute 2 is what we need to pivot back, right? We need these designations as column names. So transform pivot column, and the values are in the column value. I didn't bother to change that name that Power Query automatically created before. Advanced options, I don't want to aggregate, and that's it. So now we finally have our data. Then we can Control A to select all the columns, transform the text data type. Okay, text, whole number, employee number as whole number as well, text, that's fine. Home, close and load to, and let's put it here in the existing worksheet, somewhere here more to the right. Maybe here is good. And okay, so it's loading our data for us. There it is, our data. Let's test with new data. In this case, now we have our range put there as transformed as a table, because Power Query did that for us. We would have to see the situation we have. Maybe we are importing this from another sheet, and we can refer to the sheet and get Excel to refer to all the columns. I would have to see if that comes up automatically in our query, or if we had to do some extra effort, some extra step for that. So let's get this. It will probably complain, yeah, it doesn't let me because this is merged. So now that I have this range set up as a table, as an Excel table, it doesn't like the merged cells. You need to do this way. Home, here where it says merge and center, unselect that, okay? And now if you still wanted this to look nice, you can select the 3 columns, and under the alignment group here, you can come use this icon here, and where it says alignment horizontal, choose center across selection. Okay, you see how it now looks the same way? It looks the same way, but I have the cells that before were merged, they are separate. Week 3 appears to be in L7, but if we click here, we don't see the value there. The value is in the first cell, okay? The first cell that we had when we selected the group of cells that we wanted to, where we wanted to align, use that type of alignment. Let's see if this now works. Okay, so now there's no problem. We still see that alignment there, but I'm expecting that Power Query will be able to deal with this. Let's see if this works. Right click in our Power Query table and refresh. And there we go. Now we have week number 3. So let's do just that final touch here. let's edit our query. Let's just sort by week number ascending, and then by store ascending. Just that. Okay. Close and load. Okay, much nicer like that. So week 1, week 2, week 3, and there we go. And then we have stores sorted alphabetically as well inside each one of the week groups. So that's it.